What is about National Western Shooters members and viewers? This is Scott Casey Gale, the owner and chairman and creator of the National Western Shooters. Today I'm going to give you my NXT review and my Impact Wrestling review as well. I thought both shows were great. Okay, let's begin with the NXT review. Commentators were Mauro Ronaldo, Nigel McGuinness, and Percy Watson. Mauro Ronaldo narrates a recap of the Gargano Ciampa angle from last week and informs us that Johnny and Tommaso aren't here tonight. But we need to return the street fight paperwork to General Manager William Regal to make the match official. He teases other takeover Chicago developments on the episode, and then no man is truly ever good. No man is ever truly evil. The champ is here. Aleister Black is in his gear as he walks to the ring. He says it's been a chip being NXT champ since he won the belt in New Orleans. He understands that there's confusion about his next challenger, but he only needs 1 second to land his shot and make his opponent fade to black. Lars Sullivan's music hits and he's out to tell us that there's no longer any confusion. Regal has named him Black's first challenger for Chicago. He acknowledges that Aleister that has traveled for the world and conquered every challenge he's encountered, but he's never encountered anyone like Lars. Someone with his size, strength, and dominance. That's why at TakeOver, he'll be the new NXT champ. He grabs the champ by the throat, but Aleister fights him off with a forearm. He spins to hit Black Mass, but Sullivan catches her in one hand. Black looks shocked, and even more so when Lars swats his foot away and grabs him again for a freak action. He stands tall over the flatline champion as we go to commercial. Fozzy's Painters his takeover to Chicago fame. Nigel McGuinness informs us that Black vs. Sullivan is official. That Moore reminds us that about Ciampa and Gargano talks about Candice LeRae's tweet wiping her hands off the whole field. I thought this is a good way. Both promos from out the end of the NXT World Heavyweight Champion Aleister Black and Lars Sullivan were great. Lars Sullivan could actually cut decent promos, so I got to give Lars Sullivan credit on this one. And Aleister Black always cuts good promos too. And then War Raiders versus Cody Vincent and Gregory Hickson via pinfall falling apart. Total Squash notable for Hanson Wolf throwing the enchantment guys into the corner to get tags. The Raiders also acted a little more unhinged than the previous outings. Yeah, I thought this was pretty interesting. Then video packs to Dakota Kai and Shayna Baszler this program. Then we see EC3 arrive at Full Sail earlier today. His match is next. I like to accept it. Hello there, Spider. Yeah, 3 hours in 1 day. 3 hours in 1 day. That was pretty interesting. 3 hours in 1 day. I like it. It felt like that felt like a pay-per-view that we did earlier. The WWE 2K18. That actually felt like a pay-per-view. It had a lot of decent quality matches on there. Anyway, shout out to Spider, by the way. Anyway, was Kathy County interviews Lacey Evans about a weapon match of Kairi Sane next week, next Wednesday. The result next week will be the same as the last week. She doesn't care if that Sane won the Mae Young Classic. She has a woman's right with Kairi's name on it. Interesting. I like Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane, I think, is pretty cool. Then we have EC3 versus Fabian Anka via pinfall following a TKO. Anka uses his speed to land some shots early, but EC3 sends him to the floor and looks to head out there to inflict some punishment. When Johnny Gargano storms in the ring area, he matches past the wrestlers and goes to the announce desk, grabs the mic and says, "This is a signed contract for the Gargano Ciampa 2." He slams it down and storms out. Again walking past and Candice EC3. I like this. I thought that was pretty cool. And then Anka uses the opening to get back in the ring and hit a crossbody from the top turnbuckle to the floor. The advantage doesn't last long, however, the Italian gets planted with a DDT and then the finish. Good match. Pretty good match in my opinion. And then who is Bianca Belair? Begins saying her everything she always has comes easy to her. She's excelled at every effort endeavor she's attended. She comes from a long line of excellence. Her great-grandfather was the first African-American electrician in North Carolina. Her grandfather has a master's degree in organic chemistry. She got to college on an athletic scholarship. In addition to being a decorated track and field athlete, she graduated with degrees in business and sociology. But after college, she found herself back in a mediocre life. Then she found CrossFit, which gave her a chance to excel and be herself. That was her way to the NXT, and they show clips of her training at the Performance Center, and she's always on another level for athletes, despite not having worked the Indians. Unlike in the youth, however, she's not worried about how anyone else feels. She's she's the east of NXT, and there's no women's champ. Ricochet defeated Chris Jericho via pinfall following a 360. Rick, Rick comes out firing, driving the larger man ran into the corner with strikes. He drives to the outside, but Dijak grabs him and slams him back first on the apron, big elbow off the top. But then Ricochet dodges a springboard moonsault and the suplex and follows Rowan to a second deadlift super. He then drags Dijak to the corner to the finish. The one and only grabs the mic and says, Velveteen Dream likes being the spotlight. I get it. Get it. He deserves it. Dream is the one most entertaining superstar to come through NXT. But the spotlight doesn't show how good you are. It shows the flaws. And when Velveteen turned on him in the handicap match last week, he showed what a punk he is. Dream is here, punk. Okay, he'll allow because tonight is his spotlight. But last week it was their spotlight. Velveteen can do better. Rick challenges him says the spotlight only is biting up for them is a takeover. In Chicago, when the spotlight, Velveteen will prove anything Ricochet can do better. Ricochet dives over the top rope and flips and lands on his feet on the ramp. He walks to the mic. Velveteen is still holding and says, "Prove it." A snack jaw Dream drops the mic and walks away. Very good promo. I thought this was a very, very good promo between both Velveteen Dream and Ricochet. I like where to go in this field. NXT definitely knows how to build up great fields. That's what I really like about the NXT brand. They definitely build up great fields. Like I said, NXT is where it's at, and NXT is definitely better than the main. And NXT is definitely better than the main roster. Anyway, next we go see Wyatt Sung versus Danny Burch. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And then Shayna Baszler defeated Dakota Kai via submission with a rear naked choke to retain the NXT Women's title. The champ marches the right to Kai at the bell, who is playing scared but trying to convince herself to stand tall. Baszler drives her into the corner with strikes, but when Drake Woods forces the break, Dakota grabs Shayna and spins her around. The champ drops her quickly though and stomps on the leg. She proceeds to target the leg to take away the captain of Team Kick's main weapon. The Queen of Spades snaps an ankle lock on the injured leg, but Kai grits it out, and gets to the bottom. Of Baszler yanks her away and pulls her back into the hold, but Dakota gets up before an enziguri. But she puts Shayna down with kicks, including multiple Kyle kicks, but can't follow up due to damage done to her leg. Her leg buckles in a hold, which allows the champ to grab the RNC. After her hand gets raised, Shayna puts a choke back on Kai, but seconds later, Nikki Cross runs in. Baszler kicks off to the corner while Cross psychologically yells for her to attack. The champ goes to leave, but Nikki runs after her and grabs the belt off her shoulder. She takes it back to the ring, lays down, telling Shayna to come get it. When the champ hesitantly comes back for Kai, but Cross grabs it and starts, you meet this tonight. She gives the belt to Dakota and she's telling her that she's the referee, no bell, but Nikki hits the champ with the purge and Kai counts free. Cross takes the belt and runs into the stand to celebrate the fans. Baszler comes to as Nikki heads up to the ramp with a belt. The challenger marvels up your move as the episode ends. And I would give this, that was a really great main event. I enjoyed it. Shayna Baszler has been doing really good as NXT Women's Champion. I mean, great match, great main event. I really like NXT, and I would rate this NXT a 9 out of 10. 5 stars, 2 thumbs way up. NXT was definitely better than Raw and SmackDown this week. NXT is always better. NXT is where it's at. NXT is the show. NXT is definitely the show to watch because NXT just proves that they're getting better, and because NXT continues to prove why they are the A brand when it comes to WWE. No questions asked. NXT boss man. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, boss man? Comment. Just doing an NXT review. Anyway, thanks for the shout out. I mean, thanks for the like and thanks for watching. Yes, doing an NXT and Impact Wrestling review. Anyway, shout out to Boss Man Kama. Check out this channel. Shout out to Spider X as well. Okay, let's see. Under pressure. Okay. Yeah, so it's now time for the under pressure review. Okay. Under pressure, which is also a song by Queen, by the way. Under pressure. Ah, ah. And so the commentators for Under Pressure were Josh Matthews and Don Callis. Hello, Peyton the Gamer Boy. Hey, thanks for the like and shout out to Peyton the Gamer Boy. He's a great guy and a loyal fan as well. Okay, so Impact Wrestling commentators there's Josh Matthews and Don Callis, my two favorite commentators. Sanjay Dutt addresses the roster about the series of attacks backstage. He says they're doing all they can to address this. Caleb Conley is upset. Nothing no only talent, no only talent, no one from the office has been taken out. Petey Williams sticks up for them. Interesting way to start up under pressure. I thought that was really interesting. I love how the Westers were pointing the finger at Sanjay Dutt. Very interesting. And Eli Drake versus Scott Steiner. Crowd chants you both suck. These two draw about the issues in the beginning of the match. At one point, Drake tries to use a chair outside the ring, but Steiner kicks him down. Drake has been playing heel more in this match. Eli Drake misses a springboard moonsault and Steiner goes for the recliner. However, Eli stands up and there's messy fall from the electric chair. They keep fighting and Drake gets knocked out of the ring for form. Scott tosses the ref aside and goes to grab Eli Drake and Drake nails him in the head of a chair, just like what happened the other way around when they lost the tag team titles. Drake defeated Steiner. Okay match. I thought this was an okay match. Then Don Callis and Josh Matthews talk up the rest of the show in front of the green screen. And then Tessa Blanchard versus Madison Wayne, the wife of Josh Matthews. Madison starts with some trash talking of her own, and Tessa just pie faces her. Tessa just uses straight power early on. She hits a series of clotheslines without letting go of Madison's arm. She's just tossing the former champ about. Madison tries to fight back multiple times, but each time Blanchard puts her down. Tessa lands a hangman's flatliner, the hooks both legs, but only gets a 2 count. And Tessa's pissing getting one into the face of the ref. She returns to Dwayne and sets the up DDT, and but Madison reverses into a roll for free. Madison defeated Tessa. Good match. I thought this was a pretty good match in my opinion. I like Madison Wayne. Madison Wayne was a great women's champion. Hopefully she become Impact Wrestling Women's Champion again. I like it. She's one of my favorite female wrestlers. And then we're in the LAX clubhouse where Ortiz and Santana are playing cards. Eddie Kingston comes in with the booze with a briefcase. He's also got some woman for them. He says he's got one more thing for them. Caleb, Kenny, and Trevor Lee next week. They have a chance to get revenge. Interesting. And then Desmond Xavier versus Brian Cage. When Desmond starts quickly trying to chop down that tree, it's Cage. When the fight spills outside, Cage hits what almost looks like to be an F5 onto the apron, and he just starts tossing the man around. Desmond is able to fight back, but Cage kicks out of a corkscrew from the top at one. Soon he delivers the Joe Club win for the win. Cage defeats Xavier. Good match. Like I said, I really like Brian Cage. I am impressed with Brian Cage. I'm impressed with what he does in Lucha Underground. I'm really impressed with what he's doing in Impact Wrestling. Hopefully, we see Brian Cage become Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion in the future. And then after the match, Josh Matthews mentions that in the future, Cage will face Matt Sydal for the X Division title. I think that Cage could possibly become the next X Division champion unless Matt Sydal finds a way to defeat him. And Austin Aries is interviewed by Mackenzie Mitchell. He says until Pentagon beats him one-on-one, he's not the real face of this company. And Austin Aries doesn't think he has what it takes to do that. Austin Aries is a pretty good heel, in my opinion. It seems like he was heating it up, so Austin Aries is a good heel, in my opinion. I mean, ever since, Austin Aries is great at what he does. And Ellie versus Sue Young in the last Rides match for the Knockout Championship. The undead bridesmaids bring the wood coffin to the ring. Ellie comes out to her own music, but then turns to Rosemary's music, and she slowly stalks her way to the ring. This seems to have the Sue Young taken aback. Ellie comes out aggressive as the crowd chants Demon Bunny. In this match, Sue kicks Ellie down to the match, but Ellie does the rise up that Rosemary does, but Sue knocks her right back down. Ellie tosses a chair to who catches it. Codebreaker from Ellie. Ellie grabs Sue and drags into the coffin, but Sue uses her head to prevent it from closing. Ellie hits a super kick on Sue at the apron, who falls into the coffin. Once again, Ellie tries to close it, but Sue Young knocks in the man of cross shades of mankind. Ellie can't fight it out and eventually paralyzes the champ. Sue gets her in the coffin and closes the lid. New champion. Sue Young defeated Ellie to win a Knockout Championship. I thought this was a really good women's match. I really like to see Impact Wrestling does a lot with the women that WWE really doesn't do very much. I mean WWE does a lot for the women too, but I like what Impact Wrestling is doing with Sue Young. I like the Sue Young character. I'm happy that Sue Young is the new Impact Wrestling the new Impact Wrestling Women's Champion. Sue Young is the Impact Wrestling Women's Knockout Champion. So congratulations to Sue Young on becoming the new Impact Wrestling Knockout Champion. In my opinion, she deserves it. And then we get a bit more of Callis and Matthews talking about the night. This is interrupted by a video about attacks backstage. It looks like Sanjay Dutt was attacked. Petey Williams approached the cameraman to get help. Who is behind these attacks? I wonder who is behind these attacks. And then Eddie Edwards hits his wife. And then Eddie Edwards tells his wife Aisha backstage that it's good to go. He's gonna fight Sammy Callahan in the woods. Then it's back to us. Aisha is not praised. That's next week. I'm really looking forward to that match. I know that match is gonna be brutal. And then it's the main event: Austin Aries versus Pentagon Jr. for the Impact World Heavyweight Champion. Pentagon is posing outside the ring, and Aries nails him for a suicide dive. Pentagon responds for kick. Match hasn't actually started. The champ goes for a chop, but Aries moves out of the way, and Pentagon chops him in the ring post. They make their way to the ring, and the match finally starts. Austin goes for the last chance right away, but Pentagon makes the ropes pretty quickly. Aries ties the mask of Pentagon, the rope, and starts laying into him. Everything is very back and forth. The fight spills to the floor, and Aries locks in the last stretch. He stops and tries to get Pentagon in the ring prior to count, but fails and ends up in a double countout. Match ends in a double countout. Austin gets on the microphone and says there should be only one champ, and challenges Pentagon to restart the match, and the champ agrees. Pentagon goes for an immediate quick roll, but Aries kicks out, and this continues. The champ soon hits the package power jab on the apron once again. They're in danger of being countered, and they are. Match ends up in a double countout again, and then now it's Pentagon who wants the match restarted. Austin tells the ref to ring the bell. The ref turns to the ring to ring the bell, and Aries kicks Pentagon down below the belt. Brainbuster 1-2-3. Austin Aries defeated Pentagon Jr. To become the World Heavyweight Champion. Really good main event. I already knew that Austin Aries was going to win because it was in the sports. But yeah, Austin Aries is a really good heel, and and that's what's and he used the low blows. The Austin Aries who is really good at drawing heel heat. I mean, apparently Pentagon Junior's only going to be in Impact Wrestling for a while, and he's returning to Lucha Underground because Lucha Underground starts in 2 weeks on June 15th. So I think I think see, because Impact Wrestling has been doing a lot of Lucha Underground. I think they had you. I think that's why they had and so Pentagon there was so I heard that Pentagon Junior is going to a different Western company, some sort of Mexican Western company as well. So I think that's the only reason why he lost it last night because he wasn't going to meet Impact Wrestling for very long. But I give this Impact Wrestling thing an 8 out of 9, 5 stars, 2 thumbs up. We have great commentary from Don Callis and Josh Matthews. They Josh Matthews and Don Callis make a great commentary duo together. I really like the way they call the matches. This was a very interesting Impact Wrestling. But yeah, comment down below in the comments. You can tell me what you like better. Did you like NXT better? Did you like Impact better? I mean, both shows. I thought both shows were great and well done. And I will be back here next week to do a Raw and SmackDown live review, an NXT review, and another Impact Wrestling review. And look for gameplay coming from me on this channel too for the National Wrestling for a women's tournament and a Universal Tournament. So look for that to come very soon. And look for an NWS podcast coming. There's an NWS podcast, National Wrestling Tours podcast, is in the works. So once I set that up, I will let all you viewers know. And shout out to Spider X, subscribe to him. Shout out to Bossman Commerce, subscribe to him. Shout out to Peyton the Gamer and shout out to and subscribe to his channel as well. You stay classy, live long and prosper, and peace out.